Hello, have you ever asked yourself what is happiness, or better say, what is happiness all about? Um, I try to find out, and there's not a true definition of happiness since it depends on one another, our experience of life and culture, and so on. So I decided to give the definitions given by three iconic figures of the concept of happiness. We first had Plato and Aristotle. We define happiness as a life virtuously lived that is nurturing our inherent habits and developing new ones, then stick to them. And we had Saint Augustine, which was a Christian theologist. He defined happiness as the essence of human existence. And he followed by saying that happiness is not obtained on earth. It is a reward prepared for the faithful to enjoy upon the entering of the gates of heaven. But as for me, since I didn't find my definition in those two, for me, happiness is the ability to live a peaceful life in our own way and not obliged to follow someone's way. We can do, but it's supposed not to be an obligation for me. And then how the happiness came about is it can be maybe awful, but it is relatively modern, the commitment to happiness, because before the 18th century, people were felt they were obliged to apologize whenever they were happy. Yeah, and with the beginning of the Enlightenment, the values of the Enlightenment, the Enlightenment is an intellectual physiological movement which brought the notion of liberty, progress, and reasoning. So with that, people had the ability and were enabled to express whenever they were happy without being judged or to ask for forgiveness. And for me, I call it the beginning of free happiness. Yes, that's what I call it. And afterwards, in the 19th century, we had working, which were related to happiness for men. Men were supposed to be happy whenever they have the work because it enabled them to meet with their everyday needs. And for women, they were supposed to keep a cheerful atmosphere in their houses to thank their working men. Yeah, it's not a new story, but yeah. And this leads to an increase in the rate of divorce. I'm sorry. This leads to an increase in the rate of divorce. It's not the expectable consequence of a happy life, but since people didn't meet reality with what they expected, that's how they broke up. So that was lead to that increase. And yes, never think what are you is going to be what's going to happen in reality. And what makes you think someone is happy? I think we mostly say the facial expression, so someone's happy, you see someone smiling, yes, the person is happy. But not everybody express their happiness in the same way. We can have people expressing happiness through actions. We can have people expressing happiness being silent. They're so much happy that they can't talk. They prefer to stay silent, and that's what they wanted people to do in the 17th century, I think. But okay, you would say it's another story. So just to say there are different ways of expressing happiness, so we don't have to stick on the facial expression. Then what makes us happy? Everybody have its way of achieve happiness. I'm going to say things that make us happy to our um, family, storytelling, movies. And for me, all those three have a link, and then there is music. Because, for example, when you meet your friends and you want to spend a good time with them, if you want to share something with them, you're not going to share a sad song. You're not going to say, "Oh my guy, I just found a song. It is very very of her." If you listen to that, you're going to spend a bad time. You're going to be sad all over. Try it. You will say, "No." As for me, I don't really say that to my friends. If I have good song, that's what I share with them. I share the good songs. So sharing good songs with your friend will make you guys to have a similar memory and a happy one. And another one, we usually relate scenes to music, movie scenes to music. I'll take the iconic scene. This scene in Titanic where Rose is on the boat and she thinks she's flying. I don't know you, but whenever I listen to that music, the music of that scene, I see the scene. I don't think of anything else that I see that. And it makes me happy because it expresses love, and love is happiness. So that's to say music have a link, and music have an impact on happiness, and that impact became more important at the beginning of the 20th century. Why? Because before the 20th century, before the 20th century, the music was like an uniform. In the 18th century, the music was classical music, and followed in the 19th, it was the same, but they added emotion, romanticism to the music. And only in the 20th century, that's where we have a variety of music. The music change. We have pop, rap, easy listening music. Just that makes most people I like to listen to music because we don't have the same kind of music. And then in the other point is that before the 20th century, the music was not accessible to everyone. But now, at the beginning of the 20th century, that is the 19th, we had music, we had radios, televisions, who made people to listen music in their houses, and then we had telephones. Yes, we have mobile phone, we have recording device, we have MP3. We made music accessible to us. That is, nowadays you can be at work, you have a sad moment, you want to come eat, you cannot go back home, you cannot make a call because you're at work. You have your computer, you have an earpiece, you listen to the music you like, and that's it. You overcome that sadness, and you can be more happier than before. So what I wanted to say with this page is that we can link. There's a relationship between music and happiness, and if you didn't find the way to achieve this happiness already, try music and it's going to work. Thank you.